Hello, welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is my first video lecture and I'm going to talk about microbial interactions. Mainly this topic comes under environmental and agricultural microbiology and this is very easy topic to understand the concept. So let's start. Simply, we can define microbial interaction as it is a type of interaction where the microorganisms interact with each other in the ecosystem. Or, uh, or otherwise, we can also define that it is a kind of interaction where the microorganisms of one population interact with another population to establish and maintain the relationship, which can be positive or negative. So, through the microbial interaction, the microorganisms establish a relationship. That relationship may be positive or negative. So what is meant by positive interaction, negative interaction means in the case of positive interaction there is no harm to any of the organism, those which are interacting. But in the case of negative interaction, there is harm to one or both of the individual. Then the microbial interaction can occur between the same organism. Then it is called as intraspecific interaction. And the microbial interaction which occurs between the different organism, then it is known as interspecific interaction. So as the name itself, we can differentiate what is intraspecific interaction, what is interspecific interaction. Then mainly there are two types of microbial interaction: positive microbial interaction and negative microbial interaction. And in the case of positive microbial interaction, both of the individuals can interact with each other to establish a positive relationship for the mutual benefit. Here, for the mutual benefit, these organisms establishes a positive relationship and both of the organisms are benefited here. And they can build a consistent, transitory and obligatory relationship also. In positive interaction, mainly there are three types: mutualism, protocooperation and commensalism. So the first one is mutualism. Mutualism means, this word is mainly comes from a Latin term mutuus, meant by means that borrowed or reciprocal. So mutualism defines the relationship in which some reciprocal benefit accrues to both partners, and it is a type of positive interaction where both the microbial population are mutually dependent on each other. Mutual dependence will be there for their mutual benefit. So the effect of the mutualism is positive for the organism. So in this case, in this mutualism, the organisms having an obligatory relationship, because both of the organisms are closely dependent on each other, and the interacting individual is called as symbiont. So we can also say that mutualism is a type of symbiotic relationship where the two organisms closely live together. Therefore the effect of mutualism is positive bar positive as a result of interaction. Here this positive bar positive indicate both of the organisms having positive effect or beneficial effect. Then the examples from mutualism, the first example is the protozoa and termite relationship. So here the flagellated protozoa, the flagellated protozoa live in the gut of the termite. Here the termite is incapable of synthesizing cellulases. Cellulases are the enzymes that catalyzes the hydrolysis of cellulose. So the termite cannot cannot synthesize cellulases, so thereby it cannot hydrolysis celluloses. So here the protozoa engulfs wood particle, thereby it can digest the cellulose and it is metabolized it in the form of acetate and other products. So the termite can easily oxidizes the acetate released by their flagellate. So thereby we can see that a mutual relationship or an obligatory relationship will be there in this protozoa and termite relationship, and this termite is dependent on the mutualistic protozoa for its existence. Okay, then the another example is lichens. We know that lichens are the symbiotic partnership between algae and fungi. Okay, the symbiotic association between that algae and fungi is known as lichens. The characteristic morphology of a given lichen is the property of the mutualistic association, and it is not exhibited by either symbiont individually. And the algae or the phygobiont algae is a photoautotroph. What is meant by photoautotroph? Yeah, photoautotroph means it dependence only on light, carbon dioxide and certain mineral nutrients. So, we know that algae is a photoautotroph. So, the fungus can get its organic carbon directly from that algae. In turn, the fungus protect that algae from excess light intensities, provide water and minerals to it, and creates a firm substratum within which that algae can grow protected from environmental stress. Here also we can see that both are dependent on each other. The next interaction is protocooperation. In the case of protocooperation, a positive symbiosis which involves syntrophic relationship. Here, syntrophic means one organism lives off the byproducts of another. Protocooperation benefits both organisms in relationship. In the case of protocooperation, both the organisms are benefited, but it's slightly different from mutualism. Why? Because cooperative relationship is not obligatory. Because protocooperation is not obligatory. That means the organisms involved in protocooperation they are not closely dependent on each other. The organisms are not closely dependent on each other. So that means that they are not obligatory relationship cannot see here. Therefore, the effect of the protocooperation is positive bar positive, because but in this case both of the organisms are benefited, but the difference is these organisms are not closely dependent on each other. Examples are, the first example is marine worm bacterial relationship. That means here the marine worms secrete a mucus from tiny glands on their backs, mainly to feed the bacteria. And in turn, these bacteria protect this worm by some degree of insulation. And the second example is the interaction between nitrogen fixing bacteria and cellulomonas. Then the third positive interaction is commensalism. So commensalism is a relationship in which one symbiont, that means the commensal, benefits while the other, sometimes called host, is neither harmed nor helped. Okay, in the commensalistic relationship the commensal is benefited and the host is neither harmed nor helped. So the organisms which benefits, that is called as commensal. Commensalistic relationships between microorganisms include situations in which the waste product of one microorganism is the substrate for another species. And commensalistic relationships also occur when one microbial group modifies the environment to make it more suited for another organism. Because why? Because when one organism modifies its environment for another organisms, it also involved in commensalistic relationship, or it's also in a commensalism association can be seen. And effect of commensalism is positive bar 0 as a result of interaction. Why it has 0 means the host is neither harmed nor helped in this association, so it is neutral, so that indicates 0. So positive bar 0. Examples are intestinal microorganisms. Means in the human colon, we know that facultatively anaerobic organisms, E. coli is there. What is meant by facultative anaerobe? Because that organisms can grow with the presence of oxygen or without the presence of oxygen. So in the absence of oxygen or in the presence of oxygen they can grow. So these E. coli is used all the oxygen in the human colon, then the obligate anaerobe, that is the strict anaerobes, that organisms which can live without the presence of oxygen can easily grow, because E. coli make an anaerobic condition by used up all the oxygen in the human colon. Then second example is microbial succession during spoilage of milk. Here the fermenting bacteria promote the growth of acid tolerant species. Then next one is negative interaction. Negative interactions mean in negative interaction the one organism or both the organisms having harmful effect. And four types are there: competition, parasitism, amensalism, predation. The first one is competition. So it is a type of negative interaction where two different organisms compete with each other for the same resources. Here the same resource is very important, because for that same resources both the organisms are competing each other. So then what will happen? it leads to limitation of resources, so and both the organisms are adversely affected. Therefore, the effect of the competition is negative bar negative because both of the organisms are negatively affected. And the principle of competition was studied by E.F. Gose. Okay. Then the examples are the interaction between Paramecium cadatum and Paramecium aurelia. Paramecium aurelia. So both are compete for the same bacteria as a food source. Then what will happen? That food source means limitation of food source will happen, and both of the organisms are adversely affected. And the next one is parasitism. So parasitism is a negative interaction where one organism is closely dependent and lives upon the other to invade all the nutrient. It will refer to as parasite. So the organisms who invade all the nutrients is called as parasite, and the parasite that attack the other organism is called as host. Here also parasite host relationship can be seen. And in parasitism, the host parasite relationship is an obligatory interaction because the parasite strongly needs a long interaction for its growth and multiplication. Here the parasite depends its host for its growth and multiplication, so it is a long interaction, or this is characterized by a relatively long period of contact. And the parasite which lives outside the host cell, it is called as ectoparasite, and the parasite which lives inside the host cell, it is called as endoparasite. And the examples is the interaction between virus and bacteria. In this case, the virus is the parasite and it attacks the bacteria as a host. And the second example is the interaction between Delovibrio and gram-negative bacteria, and in this case, Delovibrio acts as a parasite which attack the host like gram-negative bacteria. Then the third one is amensalism. Amensalism is also referred as antagonism, and it is a negative interaction where one organism produces inhibitory substances for the other. Here, inhibitory substance will be produced by one organism. Which organism produces inhibitory substances? That will either unaffected or benefited, but the other is inhibited. So the effect of the amensalism is 0 bar negative as a result of interaction. For example, the production of antibiotic that can inhibit or kill a susceptible microorganism. Here, the antibiotics are the inhibitory substances, so which destroys or which inhibits the susceptible microorganism. Then second example is lactic acid is produced by the vaginal tract to inhibit the pathogenic species like Candida albicans. Here lactic acid is the inhibitory substances which is produced against the Candida albicans. So here Candida albicans is inhibited. And then the last one is predation. Predation is a type of negative interaction where one organism engulfs and attacks the other organism. It will refer to as predator. Here it is also a negative interaction. In this case, one organism engulf and attack the other organism. That organism is known as predator. And the predator that attack the other organism is called as prey. Here predator-prey relationship can be seen. And in this case, predator is benefited and the prey is killed. So the effect of the predation is positive bar negative because one organism is benefited and the other organism is harmed. Okay. For example, Delovibrio and some protozoans are the predators that attack the other bacteria. Delovibrio and some protozoans are predators that attack the other bacteria such as prey. So this is about microbial interaction. So we can conclude that in an ecosystem, all the biotic components like plants, animals and microorganisms are interconnected with each other for the food resources and survival. The interaction can occur either between the organisms of same species or different species. Hence, some organisms cooperate for their mutual benefit and some compete with each other. The result of each interaction could be either negative or positive. So the interaction between the two microbial population will definitely produce an effect which can be in one way or reciprocal. So this is about microbial interaction. I hope this video will help you, and thank you for watching.